Hello, everybody, and welcome to another exciting edition of Living at
Your highest quality of life.
with the doctors at Inspire Wellness.
I'm Dr. Jessica Hutchins.
I'm Dr. Dan Neides. Great to be with you. 216-965-9303. 216-965-9303 is our phone number. Please call for assistance with functional medicine, medical cannabis, IVs, sauna, however we could be of assistance. Great to be with you. The days between Thanksgiving and New Year's, always an exciting, vibrant time.
And it's sunny out here in Northeast Ohio today during that time. How rare is that?
Take that, for sure.
50 degrees yesterday, I think, almost. So, yeah, could be worse for sure.
Absolutely.
All right, so today we wanted to do part 2 of our NAD talk. So we're really excited about trying to get more people to experience what the benefits of NAD are like. And we have a feeling once a few more people experience it, they're going to go tell everybody they know to try it. And it's going to be a little more of a thing, kind of like it is in the bigger cities around the country.
Right. And to remind you what NAD is, what does it stand for? Nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. That's a mouthful. Remember, it's one of the building blocks of energy at the level of the mitochondria. So this is in the cell. The cell has the ability to make energy. NAD, as an infusion, helps promote the production of energy, which the body can use to heal or to function however the body needs it. And so many of us are dealing with energy deficits, right?
Yep.
Because we're trying to overcome one problem after another, and we end up depleting all of our energy sources. So,
and this is more, I think it's more helpful for really chronic low energy or chronic fatigue when it's not due to an isolated variable like a poor functioning thyroid or a really low B12 level or a really low vitamin D level. I mean, it can help with all that too, but you still have to address the obvious deficiencies. This isn't going to override that at all. It's more for people who want to optimize their treatment plan and just have it along with whatever treatment plan, or if you really don't know the root cause despite searching and searching, or if it's just environmental toxicity that's one of the root causes, because unless you live in a bubble, it's really it's hard to get away from all this environmental stuff.
definitely.
In and outside of your house.
For sure.
All right. Well, so we were just going to go through logistics today about how long it takes, the procedure, and then some of the ways that you can supplement in between infusions or just long term to keep your NAD levels up.
So just very quickly though, before you launch into that, who's the target audience? Like, what are the types of patients that we're currently seeing in the practice and who are using it and seeing the benefit? So I would say our first experience with it had to do with addiction. So folks dealing with opiate addictions or alcohol, but it could be nicotine, it could be sugar. Some patients
Stimulants.
have benzodiazepines like Valium or Ativan or Xanax. So there can be medications too that patients need help weaning off of, and this becomes a good support for that. But the other focus has been with chronic illness like chronic mole, chronic Lyme disease, chronic pain conditions like osteoarthritis,
Multiple sclerosis.
Yep.
Seems.
So
TBI, concussions.
For where we've used it, yeah.
Yep.
So, again, I would say the focus has been primarily chronic fatigue, chronic pain, those two populations, even though we have experience with others. Tinnitus is another one that comes to mind too, that people with ringing in the ears seem to get benefit in reduction or elimination of that ringing with NAD. So that's kind of the target. Also, though, remember, on the East Coast and West Coast of the country, NAD is very popular as an anti-aging infusion. So we haven't really focused on that because we really want to work with people and help them overcome their chronic issues. But do understand that it does have popularity in other parts of the country as an anti-aging modality. So
Yeah, for
I
sure.
want to throw that out there.
So I guess the procedural part of it is I think it works best initially if you do it 5 days in a row. some of the anti-aging protocols are not ever 5 days in a row because they're more like, they're not necessarily reversing things, they're just helping maintain or preventing things. So, but I think to get the cells out of their cell danger mode, it is nice to have 5 days in a row. And it can be long 5 days, so depending on how well you tolerate the infusion, it could be a couple hours all the way up to 5 hours.
Oh, that's
we
a-
rarely
Yeah,
have
I
people
mean,
do
for
5 hours,
500
but
milligrams, which is
I'd say
kind of
probably
the
4
standard
hours.
for chronic fatigue and the chronic pain, addiction tends to be 1,000 milligrams, so we would double the
Yeah, that's a
time.
whole different animal. Call us if you want more information about
Right.
the addiction protocol. That's
Right.
much more in depth, but it really, really does work for motivated people.
So the 500 milligrams, I think 2 to 3 hours, it really should cap at about 3 hours.
And maybe a little bit longer the first day, just as your body gets used to it. And we add in, we like to add in anyway, a little bit of glutathione, which is a great antioxidant and a detoxifier. And people seem to feel a little more energized and less, because sometimes you can get a little bit run down because all the mitochondria are healing in your body. So this can help with that. Some people get a little bit of vitamin C as well, just to increase the antioxidant boost there. So I think all of that has a synergistic effect. So it is an IV, so you do need a needle in your arm.
5
it's-
days in a row.
Right, and
We don't leave it in overnight,
Right.
so we take it out and we have to put it back in.
so decent veins are a plus, but our nurses are pretty good here, so you can try. Just come hydrated as you can. Bring snacks, bring whatever you want to drink. We have water, coffee, tea, but if you want to bring your own stuff, just because it can be a long time sitting here. I mean, you don't have to eat before, but I do recommend having a little bit on your stomach and a little snack while you're here. And you're kind of alone. I mean, not necessarily a private room, although sometimes we have a private room available. But it's like you can do your work. You can do whatever you want. You can sleep the whole time, you can read the whole time, or you can literally be on your computer working the whole
Yeah,
time.
if you know ahead of time that maybe you have a business call that's going to take an hour or so, we can get you into a private area
try to do that.
so that you have that privacy. So can't always promise, but we can certainly accommodate. Based on an hour here or hour there here in team.
But our IV room is a pretty big room, so you're not, right up against
For sure.
another person. They're nice, comfy recliner chairs, which is nice. We do have a TV, although I would say nobody ever turns it on, probably because they all
Never.
have their phones. But we do have a TV with apps like Gaia and Netflix, if anybody's interested in that. And it really, I think it goes kind of quickly, honestly. And then once the 5 days are up, then you need to maintain it. And there's a whole bunch of stuff we would talk to you about in an appointment of different lifestyle factors that can increase your NAD. You don't want to go lose it the day after you did these 5 days by, going on a bachelor party or something and drinking 12 drinks a day. I mean, that would probably quickly deplete your NAD. Major toxin exposures can deplete your NAD. Smoking, probably sugar, bad eating, but honestly, probably binge drinking is the biggest thing that would deplete the NAD right away. And then to maintain the levels, there are a bunch of different options, and there are way more than I'm going to tell you here, but these are the ones that we use over and over again. So there's a company, Thorne, that makes 2 oral NAD supplements with nicotinamide riboside, and one's Niacel, which is a higher dose, and it's just that. And then the other one is resveratrol, which we use a lot of, and that has resveratrol, quercetin, and the nicotinamide riboside with a little bit lower of a dose, so you have to take a couple instead of one. So either one of those are great oral supplements. Some people feel like either their gut's a mess or they're just not absorbing well, which is honestly a pretty chronic problem in this country. So there is a nasal spray that's available at our compounding pharmacy, Lee Silsby here, that we also use for people who don't mind that and who are worried about the absorption from their gut. So there are ways that you can maintain your levels, usually without the IV permanently in place. So that's just the logistics, kind of. And then we wanted to talk about a special that we wanted to offer. But right before that, I want to remind everybody that we're still having 20% off on everything we have here. So all of our crystal earrings, our shungite, hematite, black tourmaline. We have little chunks, big chunks, computer
Supplements?
dust chunks, and then supplements as well. All 20% off until Christmas. So please come in and say hi and pick up some stocking stuffers if you want.
For sure.
Supplements, I think, are a great gift, honestly. If they're going to buy them anyway, they're expensive. So it can really help. And if you save 20% off, even better, I think.
Definitely.
So you want to talk about the special for the NAD?
Yeah, so again, what we're trying to do is that we want to encourage people to experience this. And so what we're going to offer for January, February, and March, so the first 3 months of the year, is when you purchase 5 days of NAD, you'll pay for 4 and you'll get the 5th day free. So it's essentially 20% off the total, but buy 4, you'll get the 5th day free. Every day that you do NAD, we're going to enter your name into the equivalent of a hat. At the on March 31st or the first week in April, we're going to draw a name out of that, and the person who we draw will be awarded 500 milligram IV treatments with NAD that they can use for themselves, or they could actually donate it to a friend, a family member, the same person. So you're not going to give it to 5 different people. But if you've already done the 5 and you want someone else to experience it, 5 free, or it's on us to the person. So anyone who participates in getting NAD January, February, and March, each day that you do an infusion, you get added. So 5 days, you get your name cool. Added 5 times. The other thing that I would also say is oftentimes people are doing energy IVs sometimes every other day to start the infusion before they actually infuse NAD. So they're kind of piggybacking an energy IV or an immunity IV and then doing NAD on top of it. For the first 3 people who call in this week to schedule NAD, we will do every other day the energy IV at no cost to you. So you'll get the 5 days of NAD for the price of 4, plus 3, because we do it Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or every other day. You'll get 3 energy IVs, and you're also getting glutathione with that. That's part of the
that's a lot. So
we really want to encourage people to do this, and we're super excited also about the giveaway. We tend to do giveaways in January. We're coming up on we're starting our 8th year.
8th year, holy cow.
I left the clinic 7 years ago on Sunday, December 15th, 2017. So we're coming up we're starting year 8 in January. So this is just part of what we consider to be the celebration, realizing that even though we're offering this in January, February, and March, if you call in December and you either want to do it in December, or you can call in, you can schedule in January. We're honoring the basically the 20% off, or buy 4 get 1 free starting today. So it's basically 3.5 months that we're going to offer that, but we're for the next 3 people who schedule, we're going to do the energy IVs on top of that for you.
And the buy 4 get 1 free to have 5 in a row really is intended to encourage people to do all 5 in a row, because I really do think that there's a benefit above and beyond when you feed the cells in the NAD over several days versus just a one-off IV here and there. And then if you do win the extra 5, you could do those just here or there, one-off, if you didn't want to donate it to somebody else. And that could even give you a bigger boost. Sometimes people will come in like before or after vacations to get a little boost, or after a really exhausting work project or something like that.
If you have more specific questions, if you call into the office, again, 216-965-9303, ask for Kim, our nurse. She really oversees the program for us, so she can give you even more specifics about what to expect and really how to kind of frame the 2 to 3 hours per day that you're here, so that you have your food, you have the comforts that you need. We want to make this as comfortable for you as possible too, and not that it's uncomfortable, but
it's just a pain sitting in an office.
It's a long
for
time to
hours
be
every
here,
day.
5 days in a row.
Yeah.
So
all right,
awesome.
Great. Well, I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving, and I hope you guys. I don't think are we going to see them before
No,
Christmas? I don't think so.
I think this is it. So hope. Yeah, you go ahead.
And then we go out of town for a few days at the end of the year too. So yeah, probably the first week of January is the first time we'll be back. So happy holidays, everybody!
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Happy New Year.
Happy
Hopefully
Hanukkah,
everyone's
whatever
doing
you're celebrating.
something
I hope
fun.
it's happy and healthy. Certainly a healthy New Year to all of you and your family. We really appreciate all of the love and support you've given us, not just this year, but every year.
Yeah, we couldn't do it without you guys.
Beyond
Obviously.
beyond thankful that we could leave a big behemoth, still stay in the same city, like literally in our backyard, but still be able to practice the way we want to do it. And we can't express enough appreciation to all of you, for making that dream a reality. And so thank you to you too for kind of kicking me in the ass to get this done.
It was hard, but we did it.
Anyway, all the best as we wrap up 2024. Looking forward to an amazing 2025. Thank you so much for all that you guys do to make this possible for us. And again, if there's anything that we can do to help, 216-965-9303. Remember, it's your time to thrive. Let us inspire
you. Happy holidays, everybody.
Merry
Have a great
Christmas, Happy
Year's
New
Eve.
Year. Love you guys. We'll see you next year.